If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm home. I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the nightmare. But when I stopped to see through sight, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now, to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have the time to find. And if I wait tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm gone. No way to go, no one that can see through at the side of the light. I can see my life is crap, I have to see them too. I just live into my world, far from the pain, the feel. Just out of reach of desire, was not aware of the start of hell. But when I start to see through sight, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now, to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among us.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome. The Turnbuckle Affiliation Program brings to you one more time the Locker Room Breakdown. I am your host, OMD. I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Bubba Duke. How we doing tonight, brother?
I'm actually having a great day today. Went and did some Christmas shopping for the little one today. The Walmart North is insane, dude.
Oh, I can imagine.
Holy. Wow. Not only am I here today, but Mr. Parrish, howdy, guys. I got some good news. Well, you could finish. What do you say?
Give us
Now?
your good news, my friend.
Give us your good news, my friend. Why not? But yeah, no. So I've had a great day today. Spent the weekend with my girlfriend, and getting Christmas stuff organized because we're kind of doing Christmas dinner this year.
Right,
Her and I, and my mom's helping, obviously.
right.
So, and then tomorrow, I got invited to go to her kids' grandparents' house for supper. So, I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
But yourself, how have you been doing?
Been doing very well. Today was a little bit weird because normally I'm off on Mondays, so I've got lots of time to prep and build the room and all of that.
Yeah.
But as we were coming off the heels of Saturday night's main event, and I had a very, very weird night that night as
There was
my
some-
mic stopped working partway through the show.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I had Mr. Best here beside me to do the show. Got the mic working again, but now I can't hear audio. And no, he is not Parrish.
No, that's. Did I say Parrish?
You did.
Dude, I'm sorry. Take it as a compliment. Parrish is a nice guy.
Yeah, but he's got his TV situation fixed. That is fantastic news.
And that, okay, listen, that TV table that I told you you're gonna get it. Things have been really hectic for me lately, and you know the story, so it'll get there. It'll get there.
So today was a little bit weird because I picked up a shift because come this Saturday, I'm going to get my boy and will not be around for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Well, we got it.
Yeah,
Somebody
I
new.
will not be here come next Monday for 2 weeks. Good evening, Malkova. How
How's
are
it
you?
going?
Thank you for joining us here on the Locker Room Breakdown.
Yes. Yes. So that's good. I am happy your kid is coming for Christmas. I love that. How long is he here for?
He is going to be here from Saturday until the 2nd or the 3rd.
Okay. So I've got my young one from this Friday to Sunday night, and then she's back again the 27th for the night. So maybe the 27th in the evening, her and I could
Absolutely.
comes because I know she was asking how your son was doing, and I'm like, you know what? Honestly, I haven't even talked to the little dude in a while because he's just kids busy doing his
Right.
thing. So there you go. Now I will tell you, I did miss Raw last week only because this guy had to do a 4-hour shift and didn't make it back in time.
Right. Yeah, you had to do the shoot job.
Yeah.
And we appreciate the Bulkster and Mr. Best stepping in here on the Locker Room Breakdown. Again, a
Yeah.
huge shout out to the Bulkster for
Again,
all of the work he does behind the scenes.
thank you, my
Let's
friend.
get-
I appreciate it.
Yeah, let's get right into it because
Let's-
we have a lot to cover from last week.
This
I know-
is how hard I want to get into it. I'm drinking coffee at 7:00 at night.
Yes. So we're going to start off with the opening match. There was a promo to open Raw, but the opening match
Okay.
was the Final Testament with The Miz defeating the Wyatt Six.
Okay. So I heard there was some shenanigans in it for the Final Testament to get the win, though. Is that true, or was that after the fact?
No, there was shenanigans involved.
Okay.
There was shenanigans involved because we saw Scarlett did trip.
Okay.
Oh,
Who?
Scarlett?
Scarlett tripped.
I'm trying to remember. I
Sister
think she
Abigail?
tripped Uncle Howdy.
Oh, it was Uncle Howdy. Okay.
I believe so. But then Nikki Cross came up from under the announce table.
I'm leaving that one alone, bro. This is a child show.
as Scarlett was leaning back against it and a job well done. Then all of a
Okay.
sudden there's Nikki Cross. Scared her,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
And just as Uncle Howdy was about to get the Miz, in came Paul Ellering, who returned from his injuries.
Okay. Now, just so everybody knows, this is the elderly gentleman that is basically like the wise man to the Final Testament.
Yes.
Okay. Just so everybody's clear, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. So he came back from his injury.
Yep. And he tossed something. Some sort of, I'm thinking it was baking soda, but
It is what it is. Yeah. We don't know.
into Uncle Howdy's eyes, which led to Karrion Cross hitting the final prayer and pinning Uncle Howdy.
Wow. That's
Yes.
quite the rivalry that's been going on now for what, a month and a half, give or take?
Yep.
Give or take.
This was a win that the Final Testament sorely needed.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So the Final Testament has not been one of my even top 5 factions right now. Because I'm not a Karrion Cross, whatever you call him, Mr. Cross fan.
Right.
Really, I'm not, because they've watered down what his character should be so much that I'm just like, I don't even care anymore.
I get exactly where you come from. Malkova, we are not actually reading a chat. I do have results here from last week's Monday Night Raw, and
Yep.
then we
I'll show you
discuss
what we
it.
have. I'll show you what we have. I'll turn down my my brightness so that you see it. Our friend, we call him the Bulkster, gets us the information we need right there. That's what happened last week on Raw. And this is what's coming up. And what we do is we literally just do what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
This is the match that happened. This is what we've seen in it. And then we move on to the next one.
Yeah. Now, and I know, like, I've always been a fan of Karrion / Killer Cross.
Killer Cross was the one I loved.
And I would love for him to go back to that.
Right.
But this was a win sorely needed by the Final Testament to get them back and start maybe propelling them into that echelon for the tag team and maybe some singles titles.
Yes. Okay, so I've been kind of hoping the last little bit to see them take a step forward in that tag team division, because you could, not only is there the Authors of Pain that are an incredible tag team that are being held back, big time held back, because they should have titles around their waist already. Be the size of those two dudes, nobody should be able to stop them, period, unless there's shenanigans involved. Right. But you put Mr. Cross with even The Miz at this point, who in his own right is a champion over and above everybody else. But to put him with Mr. Cross, they should be in tag team, at least getting into the picture. But at the same time, you could put Cross with anybody, and it would make a great tag team. They Absolutely. Just need to quit being neglected as the faction that they are, and let Mr. Cross have a little bit more what's the word? Ability to get his ideas out there.
Right.
A little more creative, because he is full of great ideas.
He is.
Like, I wouldn't put him in the same platform as, or the same plateau as the late great Bray Wyatt.
Right.
But he is like damn certain close to the second there. You know what I mean? Like, he's right there.
I would put him up there. It's just that we have not been really allowed to see those ideas come to light.
Exactly my point. If he had more of an opportunity to get his ideas out and to do them, dude, you'd be impressed how great this guy is.
Oh, he is fantastic.
But good for you, Final Testament, for getting the win finally.
Yeah. What I would even like to see with this is now we have to get to Scarlett and Nikki one-on-one in the ring.
Dude. Now, Scarlett can wrestle, correct?
She can.
Like, she's full, like, I don't want to say certified, but she's fully trained, fully available to, like, get in that ring and kick some ass.
She is.
Why the frick would we not capitalize on that?
Right?
Like, have the feud get to the point where it's like these two women are going so hard at it that you're like, okay, so we're going to have a match, and then it gets out of control.
Yep.
Like, just get out, put them in a fucking Hell in a Cell match. Have we ever had a women's full-on Hell in a Cell match? Like,
I do believe we have. I just cannot remember who competed in it.
Mr. Best, if you're still here,
yes,
please
Commander
inform
Data.
us. Who was that? I think we have, but I'm talking like over the top, hardcore, like make these girls bleed. Like, show how much you want that win. You know what I mean? Like, just go over the top.
Right, right.
I know.
Next up, we have a little bit of a match that caught me off guard when we saw it. We are asking about, Mr. Best, we are asking about a women's Hell in a Cell match.
I think there was one, and I have a funny feeling Becky Lynch was in it. I don't know why she's popping in my head. Yep. Steel cage match, Becky Lynch, but I'm not sure it was a Hell in a Cell. I don't know.
Well, again, we had Becky and Trish in the steel cage. I believe we had Becky and Liv inside Hell in a Cell.
It might have been. But our regional commander Data will get that for us.
He says tons of them.
Okay. I thought we didn't. I'm sorry. I apologize that I forgot about that. But so our next match, my friend. Thank you, Mr. West.
And this one caught me off guard completely because in a non-title match, we had Dakota Kai, the first woman to advance in the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament,
Yes.
take on Liv Morgan.
Okay.
Again, a fantastic match for both of them. And again, really, like Dakota was able to showcase, so was Liv. Liv did pick up the victory because of interference from Raquel.
Of course. Why wouldn't there be?
Which, of course, did lead to Damage Control coming out and them getting beaten down.
Okay.
And I can't remember who made the save offhand for them to clear the ring.
Okay. So did these two women not just have a match at the Saturday night main event?
No.
I thought it was Liv Morgan and
Io Sky wrestled at Saturday night's main event.
Okay. See, even on this match here, I would have had Dakota Kai go over for the simple fact that it makes you look weak. Like, hey, we have one up on you. And then come to the main event, boom, she just turns it on. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, I know she did.
Dakota looked very, very strong in this match. And again, it was due to the shenanigans.
Isn't this her first match back in a while?
No, this was her second because she's advanced in the Women's Intercontinental title tournament.
That's right. I forgot she was even involved in that. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Wow. But again, Liv, honestly, I think the only reason she's retained that title so far is because of Raquel Rodriguez, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
That's the reason why they're keeping it on her.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Liv Morgan fan like our fearless leader, Carl Kerfeld. I appreciate that woman wrestles her entire heart out.
Yes.
And gives 180%. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of glad she's still the champion right now because it looks good. She's a heel. She's, playing the part very well. And I hate her. I do. I hate her. I don't even know who she is, and I hate her as champion. So she's doing something right. So good job, WWE. But I'm glad that they had a good match. The outcome really didn't matter because it was just to kind of get Dakota, I think, back into the groove of things, which is perfect. Set her up against your champion, her, and go and have fun. Get the match done. Way to go.
Yeah. Speaking of the Women's Intercontinental title tournament, we did have a triple threat match last week as well.
Okay.
With Lyra Valkyria defeating Ivy Nile.
Whoa.
And Zelina Vega.
So here's my question. How much did Zelina Vega do in this match? Literally. Like,
she did a lot.
Okay, because I'll be honest with you. To me, she's just a fill-in right now.
Right.
I'm glad Lara won, but I was kind of pulling for Ivy at the same time.
Right. And
you know what I mean?
I was okay with whoever would have won this match. It was, don't get me wrong, because I have Lyra versus Dakota in the championship.
Yes. That's kind of what we settled at, yeah. We
will get to that a little bit later on the preview aspect.
In about 20 minutes. Continue.
So it's a very, very interesting dynamic because we do have another triple threat match later tonight, which, as I said, we will cover up very shortly. And then we have another one next Monday. Mr. Best asking how you can hate someone you don't know.
Okay, so there's the story behind that one. I called them out on it yesterday and full-heartedly knew that I was saying what I was saying to see if this comment would come. You are correct. I don't know who she is. That's why I said I don't know who she is, and I really don't like her right now. Let's put it that way. I can't hate her. You're correct. I very dislike her. right now, which means she's doing her heel job properly. So you are correct, Mr. Best. I knew that was going to come to. But you're correct. Yes, I was pulling for Ivy because I feel she needs that push right now. Like, I feel it. I don't know how you feel about her. I think, given the opportunity, this woman could rise to the top of the division in a heartbeat.
I believe she is going to get there, and in very short order. I do believe she will wear the Intercontinental title at some point during 2025.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Whoever's the final two, in my opinion, okay? The final two in that battle, whoever wins it eventually is going to lose it to that person.
Right.
Because I think that's where your rivalry will start to get that title excelled higher than what it is now.
Right.
So I'm glad that Valkyrie, I always call her Valkyrie, to be honest, because she looks like, when she was all dazzled up that one time, she looked like the Valkyries off of the Thor movie.
Right. And like, that's
to a T looked like, that's how they just call her Valkyrie now.
That is why she had that name. And that was why when a few years ago, when WWE had, as they called her, Frankie Monet, they had to change it to Frankie Monet because they didn't want to have Lyra Valkyria and Taya Valkyrie.
Oh, yeah, in NXT. That would get confusing. Okay, so that triple match, threat match, you said that Valkyrie won.
Yep.
All three women, I'm going to assume, gave their heart and soul to this match.
Yeah. It was not an easy win by any means for Lyra.
Okay, so she had to put some effort into it. It wasn't just a kind of squashy.
No, it wasn't this. It wasn't the American-made LWO rivalry canceling each other out.
Good. Did you even see those people involved in this match, or they stayed in the back?
They stayed in the back.
See, that to me is more impressive because of the storyline itself, because there is such a rivalry there.
Yeah.
That they had enough respect to say, listen, it's their time to shine. We'll just stay back here.
Yeah.
So thank you on that one, whoever called that. What's our next match? Or you have more?
Match, and I'm going to tell you this right now because you missed last week. Last week was a very women's heavy in-ring show.
I'm getting that by what I'm reading.
With a lot of male promos. Because our main event was one Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez. Anything goes.
Okay, I thought that was a typo. To be honest, I thought he made a typo. An anything goes match with Miss Ripley.
Yes.
I wouldn't even step, dude. I'm a hardcore guy, and you know it. Yeah. I wouldn't even step in the ring with that young lady. She scares me.
Right.
Like, wow. How did that match go?
It was phenomenal. It did end with shenanigans,
which we expect because of the alliance that Raquel has with one Liv Morgan, who despises who I think should be the women's heavyweight champion still.
Yes. Rhea did pick up the victory even with the distraction because she did get some help herself.
Oh.
From Io Sky, who came back after taking the beat down earlier in the show.
Come on. And I know in real life those two women are like two peas in a pod. And it showed again at the Saturday night main event with Rhea coming out and literally carrying Io to the back.
Yes.
Like, I love seeing stuff like that because it shows that, yes, we can be friends. But when it comes to business, it's business. And that's completely different than our friendship.
Absolutely.
Because how many battles have those two women had in the ring for whatever reason?
Right.
So I love seeing that kind of stuff. Keep it up. It shows that you're human, but business is business.
Yes,
Did Raquel actually perform well? Because I know the last time I watched, she was kind of ugh.
very much so.
So she kept up with
Oh yeah,
Rhea. Awesome. I'm glad because I'm a fan of Raquel Rodriguez.
so am I.
Have been from day one.
So am I.
But I'm glad to see she's in shape and doing very well right now because
Yes.
of everything that's happened to her over the last like year.
Yeah.
Poor girl couldn't.
Yep. And I mean, Raquel has a match tonight, which we will again discuss.
We're going to discuss that in a minute. Yeah.
Now, again, perhaps the moment of the night
Yeah.
when the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, got Dom Mysterio heat and got booed out of the building.
What? I thought that was all BS, dude. I've seen clips where they were talking and stuff. That may be something else then.
No, they were trying, but every time they'd grab the mic and try and talk,
They got the
it
Dom
was the
heat.
they got the Dom heat.
Holy, you done gone and screwed up when you're getting Dom heat. Holy dude, for real. They couldn't even talk.
No, they get a sentence out and ooh, and it just erupted.
Holy. Okay, so again, Triple H having that thumb on the pulse of WWE, knowing that if I turn these guys on the most loved guy in WWE right now, being Big E,
Yes,
that this is gonna explode. I'm surprised they didn't riot, to be honest, when they turned on him a couple weeks ago. Holy cow. They got Dom heat. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Dude. That's wow. Okay,
It was
I
about
gotta absorb that one. That one's
it was probably a 5-minute segment, and at about the 4.5-minute mark, they just put their mics down and walked out. I mean, this segment all started before they went to the ring with Xavier grabbing Stu's camera.
okay.
Because we all know that Stu is John Cena's boy.
Yep.
And going out there with the camera right out to the ring. Videotaping him, and but they also came out to absolutely no music.
They didn't come out to the new. So, do we think they're just going to rebrand themselves and not call themselves the New Day now?
I think so.
Like, the better question is, do you think they should rebrand themselves and not be called the New Day because of kicking Big E out and basically ending the New Day?
No, I don't, because this is a new day for them. It's a new chapter for them.
Okay. No, you're not wrong. You were not wrong. I was just thinking, should they rebrand themselves? Should they call themselves something else?
I think
really, if you want to keep the heat, keep the name.
I think you can still even start the music with "It's a New Day." Yes, it is, but then go to something darker instead of that comic book 8-bit video game graphic style Tron and the happy upbeat music.
You know what would be really cool? Just popped into my head. Start it like you normally would, and then have it go and go all black and white and have something heavy come in.
I could do that.
Right? Oh, dude. I got goosebumps.
And then we had Seth Rollins come out and address his brawl with CM Punk from the week before.
Okay. How did that go?
Basically, he called out and said, you know what? I just want to get this done.
Yep. Okay.
Basically, yes, because CM Punk had appeared live earlier in the show in a sit-down interview.
Okay, they did
And
the old. Okay.
Gave some truth about Seth Rollins because it was Punk that trained Seth.
It was Punk?
Yes. And Seth
Why has he got such a hate for Punk? Because he left?
Seth came out and admitted that, you know what? Yes, I asked Punk to train me. Yes, I asked him to train me for free. Yes, he did that. Yes, we've had times we were partners, we've been friends. But when he left, he ghosted me. I texted him to see if he was all right. I called, I emailed, I got nothing.
So he tried to maintain a friendship, and Punk just kind of snubbed him.
Yeah. And then, you know, for 10 years of listening to Punk badmouth the WWE, as we all know, had been done, was not to keep kayfabe or anything like that. That was just him venting his frustration. But I mean, as we've seen now in the last little bit, year and a little bit, that whole thing has changed. That whole dynamic has changed.
Again, so has the WWE.
Yes.
So, I mean, new day, new time, new experience, new ownership, new, right? So, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's where we need to go. And I mean, we are 3 weeks away from the Netflix launch.
3 weeks, people.
And one of the matches I have been hearing for that show is Seth versus Punk.
I've heard the rumors myself, so who knows, people? There's so much that it's hard to tell right now what's rumor and what's really going to happen, other than what we've already been told. We know that's what's happening.
Yes,
but anything else is rumor.
That one was seemingly confirmed from everything I've read, but then it was also still reported. The only match we know of for sure on Netflix, 1-on-1 Roman versus Solo.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what I heard too. The only one I know of is that
Tribal Combat.
That's dude, that's gonna be epic.
Yes,
that's gonna be that. Yeah, as JR would put it, that's gonna be a slobber knocker.
Oh yes,
because I don't know if you have Roman Reigns on like TikTok or anything like that, but I have. It's his account now, whether it's really him or just someone recording him,
right?
But he has said it will be war.
Oh yeah,
there will be blood.
Yeah,
someone is not leaving that arena.
Right.
Like, just simple to the point, typical, tribal chief.
Yeah.
Kind of talk, which is good.
Yeah.
We got a lot more to cover. So
we do. Our last segment from last week, we had our world heavyweight champion Gunther address Finn Balor ahead of what was supposed to be their one-on-one match at Saturday night's main event.
Okay. Why do I hear should have been?
Because it did get changed. Because it got interrupted and somebody else, and it wound up being a three-way battle, we had Damian Priest added to Saturday night's main event in a triple threat match.
Please tell. Okay. I wish I would have watched Saturday night main event. Because, I'm torn on this one, okay? Because I want Finn Balor to get that title. Because Finn Balor hasn't had a title on his waist since... I'm talking singles title now, okay?
Right.
Because I know he's a tag title holder right now. Since the Universal title, he hasn't held a singles title since then that I know of.
I believe he had the U.S. title for a while, which he actually defeated Damian Priest for.
I mean, that's just a stepping stone as far as I'm concerned, really. But okay, I'll give you that one. I didn't know that, but it obviously wasn't very long that he had it, so that I remember.
No, because I can't remember who he lost it to. It was a few years ago.
Yeah.
Before the Judgment Day was actually formed. So
Okay.
But we did wind up with a fantastic triple threat out of that on Saturday.
I'm assuming Gunther retained his title.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. And Mr. Best is coming in saying he's had the Intercontinental as well. Okay.
Okay, well, thank you. That's why we have Commander Data here,
Yes. Yes.
because I don't remember these things very well, because it was probably in that time where I was just like, I was tired of having stupid shit forced down my throat.
Yeah.
So I was just like, gotta turn it off because it's getting to me.
Right.
So he addressed Finn Balor. That's good. It's always nice to hear.
Yeah. So on to tonight.
Dun, dun, dun.
And we have CM Punk opening the show.
Now, do you think that's in rebuttal to everything that Seth Rollins had to say?
Absolutely. And I think this is where, because we are slated to have a CM Punk and Seth Rollins segment, I think this is where we are going to get that official announcement
Okay.
for January 6th.
Now,
I would not even be surprised if it is made a number one contenders match.
for what?
For whichever championship is on Raw, because we are in the middle of this trade window.
Ooh.
And there is a trade window involving all three brands.
So we're talking NXT, Raw, SmackDown.
Yes.
So anyone can end up anywhere again.
Yes.
I felt like we just had a
Well, that's why this is the trade window,
trade.
transfer portal, whatever you want to call it. It's not a draft.
It's not a draft. It's just a trade. Okay, trade
We
opportunity kind of thing.
Yes, we did see the first new member of SmackDown on Friday
We have a new
in
member?
Braun Strowman.
He's on SmackDown now.
He is.
Ooh, that's gonna heat shit up real quick over there. The monster among men.
Yes.
I know you're not a big fan because
No.
he's nothing more than, but that dude could shake things up. So good for him. But I hope that there's no shenanigans. I hope the two guys come to the ring. I'm not expecting them to shake hands and give each other a hug and say, okay, the best man win. No, but I would like to see them act very professional and announce the match and whatever stipulation they want to throw on it because they want to kill each other.
Right.
I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter.
I
I
could
just don't
even
want to see
see it,
shenanigans.
I could even see it being a loser leaves Raw.
Oh, okay. So you got your. That's a whole bunch of more questions, my friend. Who leaves Raw?
I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to go Seth. Seth
want
goes to SmackDown.
Seth goes to SmackDown.
Seth goes to SmackDown.
Why?
Number one, what did Cody tell him at WrestleMania?
Dude, I can't remember what I ate yesterday.
I owe you.
Ooh, that's right too. Oh, you think he's gonna go call that IOU?
He can go call that IOU. He could potentially join forces and realign himself with one Kevin Owens.
And he's on a rampage right now. Like he needs somebody to calm him down.
I don't think this would be a calm him down. I think this amps him up.
Oh, dude, I never thought of those little scenarios. I'm just going Punk because look at the money he can make for SmackDown. You know what I mean? That's all I think.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on what Netflix wants, what USA wants, what.
I mean, yeah, you always got to verify, like not verify, but listen to what your sponsors want as well.
Yes.
But I think if it comes down to a good storyline, I think Triple H could sell ice to the Eskimos at this point, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. The guy is. How can you say no to a guy that's been in the ring for how many years, won how many titles, did how many real good storylines, but did some really crappy storylines and made it work?
Right.
So how can you say, well, no, we don't want you to, we want you to do this?
Right. Exactly.
I can do that, but it's not going to work for you and you're not going to make money. But my idea is I'll take this, this, and this, and we'll do that, and it'll make you a bunch of money. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Like he'll literally put it back in their court. You want to make money or no?
Yeah, exactly. Same words he told to Randy Orton and Batista. You can make money or you can make friends.
I will drink to that, my friend.
So we do have Kofi Kingston set to appear on Raw. Now, is he appearing live, or is he going to appear via satellite? And the reason I ask is because of the Dom heat from last week.
So that he could get his pre-recorded talk in, and if they boo, then it doesn't matter. He still gets to talk. I think you have him show up live and just create more heat for the new day. You know what I mean? Because if he comes out yelling at the fans, telling them to shut up, it's my time to talk. I've earned this right because I am blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Dude, you know how much more heat that's going to get you?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would love to see that.
And do we see somebody come out and interrupt him saying, how could you do that to your own? How could you do that to Big E? Do we see maybe somebody like an Apollo Crews? Even as much as I know he's not liked and we don't see him around, do we see maybe an Omos come out in that situation?
Almost. I would leave almost out of that. I'm sorry. I don't like that guy at all. He is nothing more than a sideshow freak. It's the only reason I feel he was ever brought in, because he has no talent.
Yes, it is in Boston tonight, so we know that it is his hometown. From what we were told, it was Kofi showing up, Mr. Best, not the New Day.
Yeah, just Kofi. Yeah. But again, how do we know that his sidekick's not going to be there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know.
So a match I know you're looking forward to. And we have the World Tag Team titles on the line with the Judgment Day barred from ringside.
Good.
We have Finn and JD defending against the War Raiders.
I just got an email from the WWE saying the New Day. Well, hey, maybe it is the New Day.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, what we have, it just says Kofi.
Yeah.
Yes. And the War Raiders better walk out with these titles.
I don't think you can go any other way in this.
But there is. Why not start a rivalry with these two teams going back and forth? And then when's WrestleMania? A couple months away, really.
Yeah, either way,
have it there.
It's whether the War Raiders win or not, there is that rivalry, and the Judgment Day already have that win. Or do we see, is this maybe where the New Day, if it's the New Day coming to Raw, they insert themselves because
they want
now they've held the most tag team championships, the most tag team championships in history.
Right. So yeah, why wouldn't you just insert yourself into a match like this and be like, hey, so we're pulling seniority. We want those titles.
There's a lot of ways that this can go.
I'm looking forward to it. Regardless, it's going to be a banger of a match because both these teams can wrestle.
Yes.
Both these teams can bang with the best of them. And the War Raiders look unstoppable at this point. Like, Ivar has lost weight.
Yes.
He's toned up.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, he means business right now.
100%. We do have a Women's Intercontinental Championship triple threat match with Raquel Rodriguez, Zoe Stark, and Kaden Carter.
Ooh, from KC Squared.
The winner is going to face Dakota Kai in the semifinals.
Oh, out of those three women, who are you picking again?
I'm going off the board.
Uh-oh.
I'm going Kaden Carter.
Ooh, the underdog.
I am taking the upset in this match because Although Zoe would make sense because you have the issues between Damage Control and Pure Fusion Collective.
Yes.
There's also history between Dakota and Raquel from NXT.
Right.
And I think that that's where you can see that dark horse in Caden Carter come in and steal the victory. You're still going to get your face versus face matchup, which really sucks, but that would be my way of putting Dakota, basically assuring Dakota the spot in the finals.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Damn. I honestly, I couldn't pick because I think they all deserve this shot.
I do too. I could see Zoe going there because she does deserve, as much as I was not a fan of hers, I think she's starting to grow. She deserves that opportunity as the first Intercontinental Champion. Raquel, again, just for the story with her and Liv having challenged for the women's tag team championships, are going to
right
to have them with the women's world heavyweight, the women's intercontinental, and the tag team titles makes perfect sense.
Just all the gold right there. Done. Oh, dude.
So that's why, again, you know, you've had KC Squared have the tag team titles, but really they've been obscured. So let them have this one.
Mm-hmm. I can't really pick one because it doesn't matter who you pick. It's going to be a phenomenal match.
It is.
So the right person will win. I know that.
It is. Yes, the right person will win. And lastly, I don't know what our main event of the show is going to be tonight, but I would not be surprised if it is this match.
Yes.
For the Intercontinental Championship, Braun Breaker versus Ludwig Kaiser.
I mean, logic dictates Breaker's not losing it.
Right.
But it's going to be a banger of a match. I wish Kaiser could win it just to go back to Gunther and say, look, I did it. I didn't need your help. I did it on my own.
You know what? It was funny because last week after that scenario with Gunther, Priest, and Finn, on Raw Talk after the show, Gunther was talking to Kaiser in the locker room and said, "Where were you? Why didn't you come out there to save me?" And Kaiser said, "I was doing what you told me. I was handling my business. I got that taken care of." Gunther looked at him, smiled, and said, "Good. I'm glad you have your priorities in order."
Wow. Okay. So basically giving him the approval kind of thing.
So again, I'm going to take the Intercontinental Championship change that we have been begging for and put the belt on Kaiser.
Right. And it's not even, I mean, I personally haven't been begging for it, but at the same time, how long can Braun Breaker be Braun Breaker with the title before it gets old? It's like putting the title on Goldberg for like the 100th time.
Well, you know what? Like Breaker held it pretty consistently and had fantastic matches in NXT when he had the belt.
Yeah.
So I can absolutely see him doing this. Again, they're letting him go through too many quick matches. You know, his matches with Jay were a little bit longer with the endurance built in, which was fantastic. And I think that's where you go with this. But again, there's a lot of factors in this. Does Gunther play a factor? Does anybody else? Does a Pete Dunne come in and play a factor? Do we get any of those? Sheamus is out with the cracked rib.
Hey. No, that's what you get for screwing around. You found out. I don't know. I'm in the boat of feeling like he's just Bill Goldberg because his matches
Right.
haven't been long enough.
Right.
So I'm just like, just either give him some matches that are a little more difficult and that last a lot longer, or just get rid of him. I don't
Right.
want another Goldberg. I don't.
No, and I'm with you there. I don't see Braun as Goldberg. Yes, Mr. Best, I much prefer 6 to 9 month title reigns. And the Intercontinental title has been transitional this year since WrestleMania.
It has been.
So if you're going to do this with Braun and keep the belt on him, keep it on him now through Mania or even SummerSlam. If you're going to put the belt on Kaiser, again, through
Then you got to keep it
SummerSlam.
through that. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're not wrong. Not at all. Because these guys, if you're going to keep it on Breaker, then make it worth our time. Give them some really, really intense matches.
Yes, I mean, we already know that Dragunov is out. I'm not sure when Dragunov is due back from his injury.
Right. I forgot about that.
And who else can we get into that Intercontinental title picture? I know we've all suggested Jey Uso coming back and getting re-involved.
Give him.
And
He's still got a little bit to go.
I can see it, but we'll have to wait and see because now there's the issues with Drew McIntyre, and I don't know if we're going to see or hear Drew McIntyre tonight.
Issues with Drew McIntyre. What issues are that?
Well, again, as it led up to Saturday night,
Yep.
2 weeks ago, we had Drew McIntyre return and Claymore Sammy in the ring.
Yes.
Last week, Drew said, that's why I did it to Sammy. That's why I took out Jay in the back.
Okay.
Last Friday on SmackDown, Drew showed up and Claymore Jimmy to open the show. So where do we go with Drew McIntyre in this? So Jay's going to have his hands full. We had Drew versus Sammy on Saturday night's main event to open the show.
Okay.
So that is where we're going. So again, this show is going to be wide open. A lot of questions that we need answers to, and
right.
Probably more questions are going to be asked come next week.
Yeah.
All probably going to be answered
never
on January 6th.
When John Cena shows up.
Yep.
Starts laying the smackdown for an entire year.
I would not be surprised to potentially see John Cena before January 6th.
I'm not saying nothing, but right now we can't see him, so he's got to show up.
Right?
That's
and
awesome.
with that being said, Mr. Bubba, why don't you tell the people about our sponsors?
Yeah, you could go to True North Customs 23. Sorry, I forgot their Facebook. Wow. It's my buddy Nathan over there. He sells custom parts for things with and things without wheels. And if you order something, give him promo code TNC. Let him know the guys over here at the Boar's Nest sent you. And when you order said parts, there's a gentleman that has a shop right behind him. That is Professional Auto Services. That's Corey, my buddy Corey. Give him a call. Schedule your appointment to get your customized parts put on. And Nathan himself will help. I know that. I asked him about bike parts. And he said, if you order them here, we'll put them in next door and I'll even help put them on. So he is hands-on as the owner. Not only does he order stuff, but he helps put it on. And Corey, my buddy Corey there at Professional Auto, great guy, will always give you a good deal. Let him know that Bubba sent you from the Boar's Nest, and he might work you a little bit of a deal. Oh, your mic's muted, my friend.
before we get to our socials here, Bubba, I want to shout out our friend, the man behind the scenes here at the Boar's Nest, the Bulkster. You can find him on YouTube at the Bulkster Show, and the same with TikTok at the Bulkster Show. I don't have the tiki-talkie. Bubba does.
I do. The stuff he pulls on his wife, dude. I almost pee myself. It's so funny. It's great.
All right.
Good, wholesome comedy. Nothing dirty, nothing raunchy. It's just very fun. It's
right.
Good. Yeah,
right.
Great guy.
Where can the people find you, my friend?
YouTube at Bubba OMD and at Twitch, Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. I do stream there when this site is a little too busy. So keep an eye out for us. I know we're doing some pretty cool stuff coming up here for Thursday night. So, OMD, where do the people find you?
The people can find me on my link tree, linktr.ee/OMD show.
Beautiful.
Stay tuned because later on tonight, if you want to get any information on being a podcaster and getting help with bringing your ideas to life, hit any of us up here at the affiliationprogram.mycanva.site, or sorry, my.canva.site. And any one of us will be happy to help you. There's collaborations always open here.
Yeah, I always have people on the Boar's Nest too for just random. I do an open mic night, and that's probably how I would get you started on the whole podcasting thing. Would have you on, show you the ropes. We talk about anything, everything, sports, weather, like
right,
what we do in our day. Funny joke we heard that day, whatever.
Yep. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us here at the Locker Room. On behalf of the Locker Room, Turnbuckle Studios, the Boar's Nest, and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there, wherever you are, good night, good luck. We out.